Hello, greetings everyone, back again. I noticed that video had something in it, so I just want to redo it. And those of you that were not connected, I think this is your chance to catch up with this. So I just want to run through these questions. Most of you had to join, isn't it? So I just want to answer these questions quickly so that we may revise through. And this is SchoolAt5, where we get to conduct some lessons at exactly 05. We had to pause a bit due to some technical challenges, but we are back again. That's the good part. So we'll be revising through. We're back at a good time so that we also help our grade 12s in preparing for their exams. So this is a wonderful question that is here, and I believe we are all able to see. First question there, we are told to say, define work and power. The first question that you need to put in your mind, since we are revising through these things, this particular question is falling under a topic that is called work, power, and energy. So these are three things that we need to understand. We are talking about work. So the first thing here that you need to understand, we are talking about work. So you need to know what work is. You need to know what power is. And the last thing is energy. So these are three important things that you need to understand. I guess we are all able to see this. So these are three important things that I want you people to know and understand. I was answering these questions, and I know the people that were there had to see all these things. So we are talking about work, power, and energy. This is a particular topic. So we understand what divisions are, isn't it? We should not only know how to answer just this particular question, but this question should give us an idea, the information that we need in answering the next question that you are going to see in an exam. This question came, and you don't expect a question exactly like this to come in an exam. No, we need to expect a different question, but talking about the same thing. So this is it. So what is work? The good part is that we are even told to define work and power. So what is work? Work is equal to, so I want you to get this. This is a definition that I want you to get. So sometimes you get to make some mistakes here and there. So work is equal to what? Power times distance. This is the formula for work. In physics, as long as you know the formula, then it is easy for you to do what? To give a definition. So the good part or the good thing is knowing the what? Knowing the formula. Once you know the formula to use, it means that you are even going to do what? Know the definition. Because what we are saying here, so what are we talking about here? We are saying that that is the product. So we say the product of what? The product of force and what? And distance. The product of force and what? And distance. So this is where I want you to get me clearly. I want you to get me clearly. And this is the reason why I had to redo this particular video. Because here, the product of force and distance. This distance that we are talking about should be in the direction of the what? Of the force. This is what I want you to get. It should be in the direction of the force. So I wanted to shed more light on this part. So I want you to get me clear. So I'm saying that the definition for work is product of force and distance. You need to understand that this distance should be in the direction of the force. So we can say that this is the product of force and distance in the direction of the force. Meaning that we are talking about the product of force and this distance which is parallel to the what? To the force. Not perpendicular. I want you to get me clearly now. So this is the point that I wanted you to get. So we are saying the product of force and distance. This distance is what? Parallel. So the distance is what? Parallel. Not perpendicular. So this is parallel, not what? Not perpendicular. This is it. So this is parallel, not perpendicular, because the distance should be in the direction of the what? Direction of the force. When you get to advance your studies, you discover that you will now be handling some things like work is equal to, you just write like this, force times distance, you discover that you get to involve some cos theta there. So you, even as you advance your studies, but all these things, we are going to understand them. Right about now, we just need to know that this is a product of force and distance. The distance should be in the direction of the what? Force. We move to power. The formula for power is equal to work over what? Time. So this is it. What do we say? What are we saying here? Power is equal to work over time. This is what I want you to get. Power is equal to work over time. So we understand that, okay, work over time. Some people get to define power as the ability to do work. No, energy is the one we get to say is the ability to do work. Ability to do what? Ability to do work. This is what? This is energy. Energy is the one we get to say is the ability to do work. The reason why I'm not handling this question, I want you to understand these things first. Once you understand them, and after this particular session, you need to go through your notes so that you try to understand these things at an easy way. It is very important to revise through something whereas the concept is still in your mind. Like this, I'm explaining all these things. So even as you get to study through this particular topic, if this information is still in your mind, even understanding becomes easy. So what is power? Power is just the rate of doing work. The rate of what? The rate of doing work. So this is just the rate of doing work. This is how we get to define power. So I guess you are all connected. You are able to see all these things that I'm teaching here. I guess this is visible. We are able to see. So this is how we are supposed to handle such questions. You know, here they are talking about energy. This energy gets to be in two ways. There is what we get to call the potential energy, and there is also the kinetic energy. There is what we call the potential and the kinetic energy. You understand that potential energy, this is the energy that is stored, the energy that a body possesses due to its what? Position. And this is the particular formula. Kinetic energy, energy in motion. So energy that a body possesses due to its motion. And these are the formulas that we get to use each time we want to answer a question under that particular part. I guess this is visible. We've revised through this, and these definitions do come in an exam. And I've told you to say that once you know the formula, it is easy for you to get the definition. So understanding the formula is knowing the definition to use. I guess you are all connected and you are able to see this. We dive now into the question. The question is saying, a pupil of mass, so we are given this particular mass. A pupil of mass lands a flight of what? 20 stairs, each 25 centimeters in a time of 20 seconds. So these are stairs. You know that in physics we need to understand these. So these stairs, there are many, there are 20. Each of them is having what? Each is what? Each is 25 centimeters. This is it. Each is what? 25 what? 25 centimeters. Take G, which is gravity, to be 10 newtons per kg. Calculate the pupil's gain in potential energy. Energy that is stored. Energy that a body will possess due to its what? Due to its motion. So now, we want to calculate the potential energy. You know and understand, potential energy is given by this particular formula. What do we say? We say potential energy is equal to mass times gravity times height. That is a formula that is there. I guess we are able to see someone saying, sir, SchoolAt5 is free. Yes, SchoolAt5 is free to everyone. And as you can see, I'm conducting it using these public platforms like Facebook. Sometimes I get to use YouTube. So these are lessons that we conduct at 05, where we get to remind each other on topics like these. We get to revise through exam questions like that. So it's just free to everyone. And we get to look at questions. But if you want to join my online lessons where if I'm talking about work, I get to explain it, I give you some notes, energy, I explain it nicely, you are writing and following like that. That one you need to pay. But this one, I'm using these public platforms. I can't be conducting tuitions where it's public to everyone, no. So these ones are public, they are free. This is the reason why you must share this particular video. Invite your friends. Every day 05, I'll be communicating the subjects that we are going to be doing each day. So tomorrow we'll be doing biology. We need to revise through some biology. So prepare tomorrow 05, we are doing biology. SchoolAt5 is free. But if you want to join now my online lessons, my WhatsApp groups, this question I gave it as an exercise. So we're just revising through it publicly with the people, some of the people that are not under my online lesson, but they get to follow me. You are writing your exams, you are grade 10, 11, 12, like that. So we get to revise through these things together. So we are saying that potential energy is equal to mass times gravity times height. So we say mass is what? We are told 50 multiplied by gravity. Take G to be 10. So I put a 10 there, times height. Now, how do we calculate the height? How do we calculate now the height? So I want you to get this. Height, we are told that 20 stairs, each 25 what? Centimeters. So meaning that the height, you should not just get the 20. Once you get, some people are going direct, where they will just get the 20, where they say 50 times 10 times 25, that's 25. Then it was giving them 12,500, like that. So this is it. You are told 20 stairs, each 25 centimeters. So you multiply. What are you going to do? You multiply. So we want to multiply 20 multiplied by, this is 25 centimeters. If we convert it to meters, what are we getting? 0.25. I guess you know how to convert. If you are converting from centimeters to meters, you need to divide by 100. So you divide by 100. So 0, that is 25 divide 100. We are getting what? 0.25 meters. So we've converted now. You just divide by 100, because you know that the SI unit for distance, that is meter. So with that easy, what if you multiply here, what are you getting? If you multiply 20 by 20, 20 times 0.25, what are we getting? We are getting 5. So that is 5 what? 5 meters. Then we'll put a 5 there. Then when you multiply, what answer are you getting? When you just multiply there, what are you getting? What is the answer when we multiply? We need to be revising through these things together. So when you multiply, what answer are you getting there? So we say 50 times 10 times 5. What answer? 2,500. So I say 2,500 joules. So I put my joules. That is the what? That is the answer. This is how you are supposed to be doing it. I don't know if you are able to get the concept. Questions may come in so many ways, but the easiest way to understand, some of you get to like you understand this, then you say, as Tutor Harrison nudged to explain these things, so there's no need of going through the papers. Me, I'm giving you ways to kill that paper, ways to get a distinction. Like the way we've revised like this, I've done my part, of which I know, but 3/4 of you have understood this particular topic. So it is now your duty and time to go through these notes now. So it's not all about understanding exam questions. It's understanding the concept behind those exam questions. This is the reason why we encourage students to study more. Study your notes more. Even in biology, you need to make sure that you are studying your notes more. Go through exam questions, but study those exam questions, those notes behind the exam questions, because those questions came, but they will come in similar way, but not exactly the same. For example, a topic in biology where you are told, maybe let's say excretion. So they will tell you, explain how excretion gets to take place in here, how this particular organ gets to excrete this and that. So obviously, we are talking about the same topic, which is excretion, but here I'm asking it in a different way. Here I'll also ask it in a different way. So if you only know this one, and if it comes in this way, you won't answer it. So the key thing is understanding the topics behind those exam questions. We go to this question. Calculate the useful power developed by the pupil in climbing the stairs now. The useful power. We know that power is the rate at which work is done, or the rate of doing work. So what is the formula there? Useful power. Power is equal to work over what? Over time. This is it, isn't it? This is what we are actually saying. So we are saying that power is equal to work over time. So this work, if you remember very well, I've told you to say that this can also be termed as the what? Potential energy. So it can be termed as potential energy over time. Because you know that this force times distance. This force, this is force given by the formula ma, mass times acceleration. This acceleration can also be due to gravity. So you can put g like that. This is distance, same as the height. So have you seen that we are talking about the same? They are connected in some ways. So I'm saying they are connected in some ways. So here we say power, potential energy over time. So what is the potential energy? We already have it, 2,500 over what is time? In a time of 20 seconds. So we put a 20 there. So what answer are you getting there? If you divide, if you do your division, what answer are we getting? What is the answer there? What answer are we getting when we just divide there? What is the answer? What is the answer? What answer are we getting? So if we divide here, what answer are we getting? 2,500 divide 20. That is 125. So 125 watts. That is the answer. So this is how you need to understand this. Have you seen? I've just revised through this particular question. I've just answered this question. But I understand that you've gotten some things outside this particular question. I've been explaining this for about 10 to 15 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. I've seen a question that you can only answer in less than 5 minutes. This question, we can answer it in less than 5 minutes. But I've taken all this time because I want you to understand, get the concept. I've been telling my students, it's not all about answering exam questions. It's all about understanding the concept behind those exam questions. This is the only way in which you are going to get a distinction. So we are back with the SchoolAt5, where we'll be revising through all these questions together. We'll be revising through them, moving like that, to just be moving like that, so that we get to update ourselves. Apart from the online lessons that I get to conduct, there is SchoolAt5, which is free and open to everyone. Those of you that have been following me on Facebook, I used to do this. I relocated to somewhere. The load shedding was so bad, but here I guess 05 we get some power here. So power is here, and we make sure that we conduct these lessons. We keep reminding ourselves on these things. So if you want to join my online lessons, joining my online lessons doesn't mean you'll be attending to SchoolAt5. No, there are groups that we have on WhatsApp where I get to share lessons, well-explained lessons, topic per topic like that. But SchoolAt5 will still be learning, where we will be revising through questions like these questions. I gave this question to my students. I guess if there is one here connected, you agree with me that this is a question that I gave you. So let's make sure that we get to follow through. Let's make sure that we understand we are also your students, though we are poor. No student is poor. So this is it. We'll be connected to this. So we'll make sure that we stay connected. We are going to help each other. Many people have testified because of SchoolAt5. So I got a distinction because of those lessons that we are conducting. Why? Because you are getting my advice. I'm telling you to say, after this, study through this particular topic. Can you fail like that? It's just the same. So let's make sure that we do the needful. I'm guiding you on how to study. If you can join my online lessons where you get to have those well-explained notes moving like that. So let's make sure that we do the needful. See you tomorrow. We'll be doing biology. So let's make sure that we stay connected. Biology is very bulky. I guess you know that. We know some important key topics that do come in an exam, but the best thing to do in biology, to study. If you don't study, biology, from the word biology, bulky. Some people say, biology is very bulky like that. It requires a student that loves studying, student that gets to comprehend concepts like that. So let's make sure that we stay connected. So those of you that want to join me, you want to be part of my online lessons, this is the number. So I guess you've shared this particular video, you've tagged your friends. Tag your friend. So if you want to be part of my online lessons, this is the number. It's only 100 kwacha. So if you pay 100 kwacha for science, you've paid for chemistry and physics. This is how it is. So if you pay that 100 kwacha, it is for physics and chemistry, and lessons get to be done monthly. This is a school, SchoolAt Learning Academy. So the way it is, if you start now, meaning you'll be paying every month today, we'll be moving like that and sharing. I give exercise lessons, I mark, I check your understanding just like that. So this is where we get to end from. And this is where we are going to stop from. Don't forget to like, share. Let me hear your thoughts on this particular lesson, how it has been, and if you've understood the concept. Thank you so much. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Thank you. Biology tomorrow.